Hi everyone! Welcome, welcome! My name is Connie. I'm the graphic designer at the New Mexico Farm and Ranch Heritage Museum. So let's get started. How are you guys? I hope everybody's doing good and has that creative mind of thought going on, because today we're going to be creative. So if you guys that are following me know that the month of June we are going to do fiber fun. So this was last week's lesson, and then so today that's what we're going to do again. So we're going to do another abstract painting or collage for fiber fun. So again, welcome to Saturday Adult Crafts here at the Farm and Ranch Museum. I hope you guys are having a good time. So today I want you to gather all your supplies, get your Mod Podge because we're working with that. Gather your paints, your palette, your brushes, your cup for your water. I'll put my material here, and then the copy, I'll lay it on top. And then, so I'm going to use all these little pieces of fiber here that are going to stay on this side of my design, and then the little doily, I cut it out, I'll layer that on top. I am going to use my measuring tape on the bottom, and then I am going to use this pattern design also on this side here. So it's kind of hard to visualize, but I think once I start putting it down, it's gonna look really good, and then I can follow off of this sketch. So, all right, so let's get started painting. So I'm gonna use a couple of different colors of red. This is maroon. And this is just a cherry red. I'm going to use a big brush because I'm going to go over a large area. I always kind of wet my brush in some water and then just start putting it down and then blending. And don't forget your edges again. Alright, so I got my background painted, did my edges. I'm really liking how it's so uneven. Again, because this is just the background. So, and then I don't know why, but see this knot right here on the board? For some reason it wants to poke out, so we'll see if that turns into something. But so anyway, so now I'm going to go ahead and start collaging. Once your board dries really good, then start collaging your fabric on. And again, when you're Mod Podging with fabric, you need to add a little bit more Mod Podge or thin it out to where it really soaks into the fiber. And then once you've got everything down, then you will take it outside and let the sun like soak it up and dry it up. But so I'll go ahead and start applying my Mod Podge. I'm going to go ahead and use the same brush and wet it a little bit and just start laying down my fabric. See how it's a little thinner? I added a little bit of water to it, and then it soaks into the material really well, and it's less of a struggle, I guess you could say. So, and but anyway, go ahead and lay your fabric down. If that's what you're using, you might be using paper. All right, so I've laid down this part of my fabric. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and Mod Podge all this fabric on here first. And then I'll put this copy on top and then do some cool stuff with the pattern. Okay, see all this stuff here? So what I did was I just put Mod Podge all over it. So it just sticks together. So now I'm just going to lay it down and let it do its thing. And just kind of spread out the strings. Once I have it set like I want it, I'll add some more Mod Podge to it. See? So I'm going to do the same thing with this piece of material doily. So I added some water onto my brush and then dipped it into the Mod Podge and just kind of like saturated, I guess. Just fill it up with all that Mod Podge and see how it is. It's just all covered with it. And then just lay it down. Once you've laid it down, you need to dry it, let it dry. So, excuse me. Okay, so I am gonna take this outside now and let this dry. I'm gonna go ahead and Mod Podge this onto the board, and after that I will do this on there. So I've never done the thin paper, but I think I'm gonna love it because it's just so transparent. But anyhow, I hope you guys are having fun. All right, so I kind of cut this out a little bit, tore off some excess pattern. So I think this is how I'm gonna do it. And look how transparent it is. So, all right, so I'm gonna start putting some Mod Podge down and then just putting it right there on that pattern. If you want to use an old pattern, it really sticks fast, so you can't pull it up. Alright, so I put the pattern on there. Isn't that cool? It came out so translucent. I'm just really liking it. So now I'm going to add my measuring tape. So I'm adding this now, decoupaging it onto the board, my measuring tape. So, and then I just need to put this out in the sun now and let it really dry, because this right here is still kind of not stable, but it's coming along. We'll see what else I do. If I'm probably going to add some paint, but I'll wait and see. I put it outside and let it dry. So now what I want to do is add a little bit of a using a stencil that I have and putting that here on the side. So see right here, I'm going to use this stencil and put that on the side here. And I'm going to use white. So with the stenciling, I'm going to use this dry brushing tool, this brush. You just pat your paint in there and then hold your stencil down and then just pat, 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 you know. Can, isn't that cool? So now I'm going to go ahead and use some of this antique gold paint, and then I'm just going to very lightly touch it onto the board and give it this antique look. And you don't have to do it in all places, and then if you want to darken it up in some places and show more definition, you can. See? So that completes the fiber fun in June. I hope you guys had a good time. Again, my name is Connie. I'm from the Farm and Ranch Museum. I'm the graphic designer out there, and stay tuned for next month. Let's see what we do in July. Have a great